Good morning, guys. I have a question for you. Now, the reason why I have this question is what I've observed on YouTube, and secondly, is something I'm curious about because I'm fully aware that the age group amongst YouTube is way younger than me, more than half my age, I think, right? So I'd say on a guess that I'd say about good 80% of the viewers on YouTube are young men. I don't know what the breakdown in terms of who's under 30 and who's over 30, but I know, you know, I'm 56, but if you don't know already, I'm 56 years old. So most of you watching this are like, you know, I'm old enough to be your dad. You know what I mean, right? Easy, no problem, right? My daughter is probably older than most of you watching this. Anyway, so I'm curious in terms of what goes on amongst you young generation, right? Now, do you relate to what I term as the dirty look? Now, let me break down the dirty look for you before you answer the question, right? Amongst my social circle for many years, we've used that term when we've come across this situation, which we've come across this situation many times. Now, for illustration's sake, let's take the girl on the right, and we take the girl or woman on the left. The woman or girl on the left is not as good looking as the woman girl on the right. However, the woman stroke girl on the left oozes way more sex appeal than the woman stroke girl on the right. She has what we call the dirty look. In her face, it could be in her face, it could be in her eyes. There may be a form of a vibe of mischief in her eyes. Maybe it might be something about the way her body movement. It's a vibe. Now, I know sex appeal is quite subjective, but I think that an element of sex appeal is a vibe. I don't think it's 100% looks, obviously, because what I've experienced, what I've seen, that it's not purely about how somebody looks. It's a vibe. It's a vibe, from my experience, right? And so now here's like a little confession I'm going to make here. Now, this is going to crack me up, right? The dirtiest, wildest sex I've had, and a few occasions I could think of. I mean, I've been in some crazy situations, mad situations. Like I've said in other videos, you know, without sounding big-headed, I have probably forgotten a wilder time than many men will ever see in their lives. But that's another video for another day, right? The wildest, dirtiest sex I've had is with women who wouldn't be described as lookers. They would not be described as lookers at all. Now, we're not talking girlfriend material. We're not talking about marriage material. We're talking about me having just fun. They went have fun with me, and I certainly had fun with them. And man, I mean, and in some cases, it was more than 2 women at a time, you know. And you know, they were up for even home videos being filmed, and it's well out there. I mean, and so they had the dirty look before I had that experience with them, and then they confirmed what I suspected when I saw that dirty look in them, right? So the question I have for you young guys, can you relate to what I'm talking about? Because the impression I get from YouTube, be it YouTube makers or even in the comment section, it seems to be all about the hot chick. Either the hot chick, the bad bitch, banging chick. I never heard any reference to what I'm talking about. Maybe there's a terminology amongst you youngsters that I'm unaware of, but I never hear anything regarding a woman who's not classically hot. It seems like the currency, the main currency that most guys seem to be in pursuit of is that hot chick. It seems like the impression I get from YouTube is anything that doesn't look like a member of the Pussycat Dolls is simply not worth talking about. Any woman described as less than a 6 out of 10 is spoken of in a underrated manner. So no, I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just what I've observed. So the question is, am I talking a total alien language to you when I say she has the dirty look? Despite the fact that she's not as good looking as the hot chick, she has that dirty look. She has that vibe that draws a man towards her, because, you know, she has something that makes you want to fucking go and talk to her. Do you relate to that? Or is it all, or is it for you youngsters? Is it all about she has to look like a conventional hot chick, or that's it? You're not interested. Is that what's going on with you youngsters? Is it Pussycat Dolls or nothing, or anything above 6 out of 10? That's all it is, and that's that. Is that how it is? Right. So do you? So again, do you relate to what I say when I say she has that dirty look? Do you know what I'm talking about? The dirty look. Do you use the same terminology, or what terminology do you use, if there is one? So that's my question for you guys today. Okay, thank you very much. I'm very intrigued to read the comment sections, and there you go. Thank you very much. I don't take your time for granted, and thanks for watching my video on my microscopic channel, which I don't have a problem with. I still enjoy it, making my little videos. There you are. Okay, thank you very much. See you next time. Okay, bye.